when we separate the physical and the spiritual, when we have this kind of idea that, well, there's kind of airy-fairy abstract stuff, even if we want to believe in God, even if we believe in things like love, if we separate them out into this kind of abstraction and then we put the physical world here and just that's just dirty false materialism, right? Then we actually lose the whole point of the incarnation, right? The incarnation is the word made flesh, right? Then this is why theories of language are not just theories of language, right? They're theories actually of human experience. And the human experience is the experience of being an embodied soul, of being a soul that, as Aristotle says, if the eye were a body, its soul would be sight, right? It's not that there is some like ghost in the machine floating around through your body. It's that your body is this kind of matter, this arrangement of matter that has life potentially, that can be alive. It's a natural body. That means it has physis, which is spontaneous motion or growth, right? And therefore it has the potential to be alive. The soul is the first actuality of that potential, which by Aristotle means by this, again, let me use another comparison. When I have a brain, right? I can think things. That means that I am capable, as an adult human, I am capable of learning French. That means I have the potential of learning French. When I learn French, then I have actualized that potential. That potential becomes actual. However, I'm not constantly thinking in French or using the French language. In fact, most of the time, I'm not. And so I'm not in the second mode of actuality, as Aristotle would say, right? I haven't activated that potential 2 times over. I just have that first kind of potential, which is to say, I know French, right? The first actuality of my potential to know French is just knowing French, not using French or speaking French or actively doing anything, but just having the knowledge available to me. Aristotle says that the soul is the first actuality of a natural body having life potentially, meaning that you don't actually have to be doing any like life-related, being alive-related things. You can be asleep and so therefore not conscious. You can be, for instance, a baby in the womb, importantly, right? You can be a preborn human being and you could be brain dead, and yet you still have a soul because your soul is the fact of your life, right? It's your being alive. It's not a ghost in the machine. It's not some, gelatinous mass floating up in the air. It's the fact of your being alive, just as the meaning of a word is not some like abstract idea. It's the thing that is the idea that is encoded into the language that comes to us in the sounds and the letters and the writing.